Yeah, they miss the importance of the antibodies. They miss the importance of all the research efforts that can be made, of the scientific advancement, of understanding avian influenza. They claim they're so worried about it, jumping to humans, but then they don't bother to do anything about it, particularly in large number of birds that have been recovered, which is very rare, by the way. You won't find animals that have been recovered quite often because they murder all of them, right at all these farms. And so this is now the opportunity to look. And this is the equivalent of, say, a nursing home gets infected, gets a flu outbreak, right? So the whole nursing home, they get the flu, and then they recover, and then a year later, after all the nursing home residents have recovered, the government goes in and exterminates all of the elderly individuals, right? So that's what this is. It's no different. It's no different. And so that's just how bad this really is.
And a lot of people have been speculating, advancing the possibility that if ostriches and cows and everything else on the farm are people next, could the government actually justify a cull of old people in exactly that manner? Because, well, we have to wipe it out because it's more important to get rid of the potential disease that could lead to another pandemic, then these people's lives just aren't worth it anymore. And I think in a country like Canada, which you've described as anti-life, you bet it is. From the moment of conception to old age, Canada has become an anti-life country. And do you think that's even a remote possibility? Because it's happened in other countries. To say that can't happen in Canada because it's been a democracy since the 1800s and it just simply can't happen here. But we used to say euthanasia couldn't happen here. We used to say that unrestricted abortion on demand from the point of conception to the point of birth couldn't happen in Canada. We were just too civilized for that. And we would have laws. We don't have any laws against that now. And euthanasia is continuing to expand. And the medical assistance in dying program will soon include people with mental illness, children, and people with addictions. So watch out. If you've had too much to drink one time, you might be labeled as an addict and liable for, or eligible, as the government likes to say, for MAID. And but do you think it's a possibility they could, a, an evil government could shift this policies from livestock to human beings?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. There are already indications that they did this in 2021 through mandates of a gene therapy product that now is estimated to have killed hundreds of thousands in each individual Western country. And
Uh,
so it appears they've already attempted this in humans and they've gotten away with that. And so, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me in the near future that they'll get to a point where they'll just say, "All right, come on, we're gonna kill you for the greater good of the country. We're going to exterminate your entire community because you have been in one of you has been infected with this new virus that we leaked out of a laboratory." That would not surprise me one bit based on all of these actions. And so that's why this is so important, to stop this mass call, to prevent this all from propagating and spiraling out of control to other animals, to humans, and just going down the path of no return. So now is the point where we can stop this. This can stop, and we can prevent all of this from happening, and we can start to change the trajectory to a positive future, not one of murder.